Oh, here's one thing we can watch. So you're familiar with Banger TV. Well, Banger is a it's like a production company that's actually located here in Toronto, Canada, out of Canada, and they're very famous for their heavy metal documentary. And if you've heard of Sam Dunn, um, back in the day, he did a documentary called "Metal: A Headbanger's Journey," and it became very popular. And he went on to form this company, and today they still make documentaries, a lot of excellent stuff through the years, and they've got this YouTube channel. People like Daniel DK are on it. Blaine is on it. So I got to do some work with a fun project with them as well a few years ago. I went to Wacken and got to do a virtual reality documentary, let's say, with them. They followed me on my camp for a few days, and it's like a VR. You gotta wear like a headset kind of a thing to watch it. So, well, welcome to Wacken. And let's see if I can find the trailer to that one. Biggest heavy metal festival in the world.
We just watched the city grow from nothing to I don't know how many thousands of people.
Oh, hold up. Let me back up here. Hey, that's me. So yeah, this was back in 2016. And I'm actually wearing a Wacken shirt now. This is a 2020 shirt. But love Banger TV, and I can't for the DK / interview. Yes. Well, yeah, it's actually through Banger. When this documentary was released, they had like a kind of a release party, and that's where I first met Daniel DK. This was back in 2017, and Banger TV was kind of just starting up. So great memories. But yeah, so this was here. It was shot at my camp.
Thousands of people.
We just had this like virtual reality rig. They shot Arch Enemy, a couple of their songs, and kind of you get a vibe for the festival. So it doesn't really do it justice here when you see it that way. And by the way, how's it going, Cruz? Thanks for coming to the chat. Let me play one more video here. They had like a part 1 where they kind of did a behind the scene and Sam Dunn is in it. And that was the other thing, man. Getting to meet Sam Dunn and doing this project with him for the first time, that was surreal.
Proportions are very wrong here.
You know? And this is Sam Dunn, by the way, for NK Pakala, if you're not familiar. He's from Canada. He's, like I said, he's done a lot of great heavy metal documentaries through the years. Very well known in the heavy metal community. Very respected. A lot of his documentaries and yeah, like this Wacken, I got to meet him for the first time, and it was kind of surreal. The day that I had to go and do an interview with him, and the day that I had to do it, I went into kind of the back area where all the tour buses are. I was out of the bus, and he's like, he says my name. Hey, Rabbi, how's it going? And he's like to hear it from him and to hear him say my name, you know, that firstly, like I was kind of like, I was fanboying out a little bit. Then I went into the bus. We hung out for like an hour. We were just kind of, you know, sitting there talking about metal for an hour. He just would ask me about my experience at the festival, how I got into metal, just general questions like that. And in my mind, I'm like, man, you know, I'm sitting here on this tour bus here, having a metal interview with Sam Dunn at Wacken, and it's like, it couldn't get anything, like, it was just a surreal moment, and I will never forget that, and I will always kind of treasure that day. Very awesome. Then the rest of the week, they followed me around. Well, not followed me around, but like kind of, you know, we would arrange different times where they had like this virtual reality rig, which we'll probably see here. You get an idea about it, and just taking different shots at camp. And there's a scene that they shot with me in my camp, which I don't know if I should spoil it or not, or if it matters, but you know, it involved a baptism, heavy metal baptism. I'll explain that in a bit.
This isn't my first time at Wacken Open Air. I visited the world's biggest gathering of metal fans before for my documentaries
There's a
Metal
clip from that
Headbangers
old
Journey, Global
documentary.
Metal, and the series Metal Evolution. But this time, I'm doing something completely new. It's August 2016 and Banger is in northern Germany with Toronto company Secret Location to create the first ever music festival documentary.
This was in Germany.
Reality.
It's in northern Germany.
For the next 5
it's
days,
in
our crew
the town
will
is
be
named
living and
Wacken.
filming
Festival
everything
named after it.
Wacken.
North of Hamburg.
BangerTV cameras are here to give you a sneak preview.
About an hour and a half
I gotta
north of
admit,
Hamburg.
For me, this is a whole new way of filmmaking.
It was very rainy. It was very muddy. You know, like you can see behind Sam, the mud was ridiculous. Ridiculous. But that's kind of how it is sometimes. It's just, I've been there. I've been to Wacken 7 times. 7 times? No, 6 times. Sorry. 6 times. I have my ticket for this summer if it happens, I hope. But I've gone through muddy Wackens. I've gone through dusty Wackens. You name it. The muddy ones, you know, it gets pretty dirty. And you can see here, just you gotta have your boots. If you fall, you're screwed. Sometimes you got what you call the mud people, of course, at the festival. The people that will go around, give people hugs, and give them a nice little mud surprise. Not surprise, but you know. So that was the condition. It was
metal market in Wacken.
quite muddy.
This is like a road that runs down the middle of dozens of stalls. We're here because we're waiting for
A lot of good beer.
2 fans.
It's Germany.
A couple named Lee and Chrissy who've come all the way from Auckland, New Zealand for the
first time I went there, I was in
So
culture
they're
shock of how much
Wacken
beer
virgins,
they had
and
there.
So
You know,
far,
Germany, bro.
so muddy.
Oh fuck! It's coming.
Like the beer
Really
in the
have
can
not got as
is
much
cheaper
done as
than the
we had hoped
deposit
by
on the
now
can. They're just
because of the weather, and you
so
can
much
see
beer, so
those
cheap,
cameras
so accessible.
Have cameras on top, so if water gets on
Oh.
the cameras,
But that's the rig. That's the rig I'm talking about. Very interesting setup. I don't know, back then maybe this was a technology. They got all these kind of GoPros lined up in a circle, as you can see.
it's all over the shot. So we've got a bit of a break in the rain, so we're making the most of it. We're gonna get some material.
Perfect shot.
You can roll it as one shot to just do the portrait coming right out of that. Set one up here and then set one up a little closer on the other side of the camera.
We should get it all. We should get the portrait from the same distance, and then get the portrait from a farther distance in case we want it. Okay, guys.
Working with Sam was definitely an experience. He's definitely a guy that
Do everything you can to try and
goes in,
ignore
he's got a plan,
people around
and he
you.
wants to execute.
Pretend you're
And
in like a cone of silence.
time is always of the essence.
Where the-
Gotta get it done.
The farmer and his wife are standing in the field with the pitchfork.
And you gotta respect, you
That
know,
kind of
he
vibe.
gets things
Just
done.
Staring very naturally into camera.
Very nice guy to work with.
Photo,
Very
basically.
awesome.
Yeah, passport photo.
Yeah.
Good analogy.
Oh, let me go back
I
here.
don't think we want to be.
So this is as well for my camp. This is my friend Giannis getting an autograph from Sam Dunn. That's still on his vest to this day. So it's cool that they captured that moment.
I don't think we want to be too far away either, because
And there's so much being
Just
going
had my whole crew got to be a part of this. Got to shoot. Got to get as many of my friends into the shots as I could. So
It is, yeah, right?
just a great memory. Oh, there we are. And there I am. This is my camp. And you can see me right there. Had my beer going here, and my buddy Max shooting some stuff around the camp. And this right here under the canopies, this is pretty much our town hall. You know, all of our tents were behind it, and this is where everybody kind of just hangs out. We got all the lawn chairs, and we had like the rig was kind of. We did a shot where everybody sat in a circle. Exactly, base camp. You know how it is at the festivals. We all sat in a circle. We had the rig kind of in the middle, and we just kind of hung out and just took some shots. So I tried to get as many of my friends into it as I could, and I said, "That's to me." Oh, by the way, one more thing. Okay. I don't know if you can see him too well right here. I think this is our friend Max. Max, this is the first time he was camping with us. He's from France, and that dude had a skill or a talent. He tended to just fall asleep. I don't know, wherever, you know. He would just kind of get drunk and then just fall asleep right there. So we'd be just hanging out here, and then next thing you know, everybody's like loud and, you know, being drunk or whatever, and he's just kind of sitting there. And I'm sure you know those people that kind of just have this sleep on command despite all the noise, and then he'll just randomly get up and continue on, you know. So those characters. Shout out, Max. Hope you're doing well.
So we just finished our first full day of filming for Wacken VR, and it was a good day actually. We battled a lot of weather, northern Germany.
This again, another shot of my camp. This back here, this is the Rendsburger crew trailer, and if you've ever been to Wacken, you will probably recognize this trailer because it's a little bit further down. If you can see, that is the entrance, the main entrance to the festival. That's kind of where you go, and they'll give you a little quick search just to make sure you don't have anything on you. Go through. They'll let you even walk in with your beer, you know. But the location of their camp, like the story with these Rendsburger guy, like is that Rendsburger crew. They're from a town called Rendsburg, which is not far from Wacken. It's in northern Germany as well, and they've been kind of camping at this spot for almost the whole existence of the festival since the beginning, and the festival over 30 years. So they're kind of well known there. You know, people recognize your trailer. They recognize a lot of the crew, and they've been partying there for a long time. Old schoolers, we'll say. And I think my second year there, me and my crew there, my friend Ian and Kelly, we kind of happened to camp there by luck with our German friends the year before, and then we became really good friends with them. And then since about 2013, every year we're camping together. They are the first people to enter the festival campground on the Monday when the festival ground opens for anybody. So I had the experience a few times the last few years of being the first people to enter the campground with them, which is a phenomenal experience. You go there, the whole field is empty. You're the first people to lay your tents down, and then you kind of just chill, have your beer, and then watch as the whole thing around you just fills up with thousands and thousands of metalheads as the days go on. So I only have good things to say about Wacken. Great time, great festival.
You never know what's gonna hit.
And I miss it.
Got a lot of mud on my boots, but you know what? Actually, in the end, we got it done. We had some great interviews with some of the fans. We spent a lot of time out on the grounds with our Kiwis, Lee and Chrissy. They were good sports. So overall, I think it's a good start. 3 more days to go.
There we go.
I realized this is my true moment of arrival film production when I was handed a silk white blouse for the purposes of filming at Wacken Open Air. It's soft. It's totally not metal. Definitely not metal.
Definitely metal.
Photography for Secret Location. We're here shooting Wacken.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
And this is your first metal festival.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Love that crew.
Massive, unreal.
It's pretty surreal that the festival actually hasn't started yet. Like, I feel like we've been here for a week already shooting. We've seen like 5% of the craziness.
Yeah. It's been incredible getting to know what metal really means to people and what drives them to travel halfway around the world to be at this thing.
Yeah, so this is one of our 360 virtual reality cameras. It shoots an entire sphere
rig.
of video, so eventually when this is finished, you'll be able to put on a headset, look around, and be totally immersed inside the visuals. We have a few
Just a
different
bunch of
cameras.
GoPros.
This one's GoPro Odyssey rig. We have 20 GoPros that will then get...
And they'd have this rig kind of set up, and it just takes kind of spherical videos. And then I kind of saw one of them doing the editing where he then sits there on Final Cut or whatever, takes all of the videos from them and kind of cuts them, kind of weaves them together and gives it like a spherical effect. So when you put your virtual reality headset on, you're in a sphere. You can see all around you. Very, very interesting. But yeah.
Combined
Yeah, the pre-festival
post-production.
party. I mean, the festival itself, like just to say, officially the festival begins on the Thursday, and officially Thursday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Those are the official days of the festival. However, we get there on the Monday, so between Monday and the Thursday, it's just you're at Wacken, you're at your camp. People are arriving from all over the world and having a great time. And as great as it is to see the bands, also the camping experience, the camaraderie, that feeling, it's really nothing you can experience. And for sure, it's I know I've been to festivals in different parts of the world, but this one has a special vibe about it. Everything just feels bigger. Feels like you're in a big, and it makes sure to make you feel that way.
Seamless sphere. I think the hardest thing is, unlike a normal video shoot, you have to hide all of the crew. So you can't have a camera then a whole bunch of people standing behind it. You have to put the camera down, hit record, and then everyone hides because you see everything in the shot.
Yeah, there's a lot of running and hiding and peeking at the camera through racks of dresses in metal boutiques.
The gates are about to open to the infield for the black stage and the true metal stage. And Iron Maiden's playing tonight, so these are the keenest fans.
That's
who
right.
Will, hopefully rush through this gate.
Iron Maiden was headlining, man.
Very front row.
And what are you hoping to capture?
We want to see just the floodgates open and people just start pouring in, and best case scenario, they start running for the stage.
Ah, yes, the famous opening of the gates. It's one of the wonders of the world where they open the gates to the main stages of Wacken, and all of the metalheads from all over the world start charging down towards the stages. It's a sight to behold. It's like the running of the bisons, or the running of the bulls, or the running of whatever else runs, the running of the metalheads at Wacken. Is it only for film crews and other media stuff allowed, or is it for everyone for the pre-festival party? Like the pre-festival party, it's it's not for only the crew. I mean, there is a section for the media and the crews. Kind of, they have their own tents and their own sections. But I've had friends that were performers through the years that have gone through those parties, and they tell me, it's fun there, but it's also they'll come back and be at our tent area where our canopies are and stuff, and they'll find they'll be running back and forth between both parties. The party isn't just at one spot; it's all over the festival. People showing up on the Monday, pre-gaming for 3 days around their tents, their trailers, and whatever, as well as in the back. They got now officially though. One thing I will say, on the Wednesday, there is a pre-festival show, official, a pre-festival show, and there are bands that play. So the big stages don't open until the Thursday, but there is a tent. It used to be called the Bullhead City Tent. I don't know what the heck they call it now. They keep changing the name of the stages over the last few years, but that does open up on the Wednesday, and there is a headliner that plays that night, and some other bands, and as well. The battle of the Wacken World Metal Battle, the battle of the bands, begins on the Wednesday. So you have bands. It's actually kind of a really interesting time as well. A lot of bands coming in from all over the world have won their own local Wacken Metal Battle contests and kind of competing with different bands all over the world. The Wacken Metal Battle. It's another really cool thing that the festival does. And through the years, from Canada, we've had a couple of winners. I know that we had Crimson Shadows in 2013 from Toronto. Who else did we had? Had another band in 2016 or 2015. I just can't remember. But yeah, through the years, a lot of great bands I've seen there. So it's, and a lot of the stuff as well you can probably find on YouTube. So check out Wacken Metal Battle on YouTube.
We attempted to get a shot of about 15 or 20 metalheads headbanging in a circle around one of our VR rigs. We need to headbang for 1 minute. Headbang 1 minute. And lo and behold, after gathering a bunch of metalheads, it fucking started to pour with rain. And like literally when we rolled camera, the rain started. So
After the
we
rain,
either got a really
comes
magical
the mud.
shot because there's rain and it's very dramatic, or we didn't get the shot at
It's
all.
completely unusable.
But luckily we have 2 more nights at Wacken, so all is not lost. There's still a lot of metalheads out there. Yeah,
There's always tomorrow at Wacken.
always tomorrow at Wacken.
Or there's another thing that the Germans would say there. Schlafen kann ich, wenn ich tot bin. So that means I'll sleep when I am dead. Learned quite a bit of drunk German. So here you'll check out the Wasteland Warriors.
Here we are at Wasteland
Cage fighting.
Warrior. Not your average day job. Absolutely fantastic, spectacular, Mad Max.
I'll say one quick story about the Wasteland Warriors as well. I got a lot of stories, but so this dude right here you're seeing, this dude, his name is Sean. He's a part of the he was a part of the Wasteland Warriors for many years, and Sean was like was a friend that I had met in 2013, kind of at the end of the festival, and we became friends, kept in contact, and the next year he camped with us. We had a great time, 2014, and he has a video blog as well. He's got a lot of content on YouTube. Maybe one of these times we'll put it on. Although some of it's kind of explicit, I might have to make sure I mark those parts before I show them, so I don't get TOS. But in any case, the next year, 2015, he became friends with people at this. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic setup that they have at the festival called the Wasteland Warriors. It's very Mighty Max-ish. They kind of set up these cool, you can see his suit, make these kind of cool cosplay apocalyptic future like stuff, riding motorcycles that are rusty, and they got all these guns and stuff like that. Of course, no bullets and stuff, but or maybe they do. I don't know. It's Germany, different part of the world. But yeah, he's been a part of it for those years, and then we were able to get together in this documentary.
And with me is one of
As
the
well,
cage
Sean Joel.
fighters from Wasteland Warriors. This is Sean,
The other Sean.
who is going to do some battling for us.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Let's see how much blood flows.
Let's see how much blood flows. I think that's a
But
good
they do cage fighting
title for
shows.
a metal album. So yeah, we're setting up the camera and no gloves on.
Big
gloves
like on the Mad Max.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Nice shot there.
Well, we made it to the final night of filming Wacken VR, and it's definitely the most complicated part of the process because we're filming some live footage with Arch Enemy.
The Arch Enemy, my girl, Alyssa.
And we're setting up a shoot where the band is going to
I didn't get to
come
meet
up,
her, unfortunately.
this hill and make their way to the stage. What I would like you guys to do is
Typically, from what I've heard, the
start
artists,
side
I
of
mean,
the archway.
most of the time they just kind of fly in, drive up, do their show, and as soon as their show is done, fly back. They might hang out there early in the day to do sound checks, but
a little bit nervous,
they don't stick around too long, unless they have
kind
some
of live
findings to
filming
do.
before, and the cameras have to be in certain positions. But you know what? It's going to be great, and we want you to watch it.
Love Sam.
So when it comes out, check it out.
Our legend.